people? It's Gardner Douglas, your Oyster Ninja, and tonight I'm shucking these Nandua Selects. Okay, and I will be showing you the difference in the two stabbers, the true Chesapeake stabber, boom, and the traditional Chesapeake stabber. You might think it's no different or they look the same, but there is a bit of a difference. And first of all, in order to shuck, first of all, don't do this at home. I know you can't see my face. Here, let's bring it up a little bit. Gonna bring it up a little bit. I'm in the kitchen right now. So, in order to shuck a proper oyster, you need a few things. You need your shucking knife, boom. You need a container to put your oysters in. If you're shucking on a hash, I'm just using this. I think it came from the hospital. And you need a brew, a brewski, a beverage, a libation, I don't know, whatever it's called. But this is a modern times beer nitro with coffee, coconut, and cocoa. Black Horse, San Diego, California. Yeah, so it's time to refill. Now we can let the show begin. First of all, this beer is not a sponsor, but I am enjoying it. So I went to Wright's Proper in Brooklyn a few weeks ago for one of my events, and they had a beer, a stout, and they added, he was like, do you want a nitro shot? I was like, nitro shot, what's that? So basically he just added a shot of espresso to the stout beer. And I've been hooked ever since. So like I said, this is from San Diego. I will be tagging San Diego, California. So tasty beer. Tasty beer is what it is. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to be doing that on camera, but I guess YouTube will let me know. So like I said, what I'm going to be doing is showing you the difference in oyster knives. I have a true Chesapeake stabber and a traditional Chesapeake stabber. And the main difference is the blade. So as you can see, yep, you can see, this one is wider, this one is more narrow, this one has a point to it, this one is more rounded. And those are the main differences, but it's like night and day as far as shucking. So let's lower this camera down, and now I can show you some shucking. Since I got everything I need to shuck. Container for my oysters, an oyster knife, and a brew. I think Billy would, I forget now. So the first one I'm gonna do is the Chesapeake stabber, and the true Chesapeake stabber. So you can go through the front. It's a little bit harder only because the blade is wider, but you can still do it. It's just if the lip is not as pronounced, it's gonna be a little bit harder to find that sweet spot, as I call it. Right now I'm just shucking these Nandua Selects from the Eastern Shore. They start on they start on the space side, and then I think they take it to the seaside. So, you know, gives it that nice salty flavor that everybody enjoy. So that's the true Chesapeake stabber. Now let's go. Well, I'll show you to go in front of the hinge also. So like I said, as long as the hinge is strong, you can go from the hinge. And it goes a little something like this. boom, and boom, and boom, and that's shucking. Now I know it's gonna be some people who are gonna be rewinding because I put some steps in there that you might haven't seen before, but that's what I'm here for. So if you haven't checked it out yet, or if you haven't saw my post, I did a YouTube video with Puddin' DC. She has a food truck here in DC. She also has a bunch of food stalls. The one I love and go to often is the one at Union Market. And we did a video about how to shuck an oyster, how to go find one. I mean, you know, how to shop for them, and a couple more things. And she cooked some with not the Nyland style of charbroiled oysters. So I've ran through some oysters. Hopefully you like that style. Now I'm gonna go with the traditional Chesapeake style knife. So it's gonna be like butter basically. It's a whole nother feel to it. This is also lighter. I don't know if that has anything to do with the shucking, but it's gonna slide in just like butter because of the thinner blade. Like boom. Uh-oh, maybe not. Maybe not. But my blade also needs to be rounded a little bit more. I haven't got around to doing that this week on this knife. But, you know, in and out, get the job done. I like this style. Honestly, it all depends on what knife, what oysters you're shucking. This knife is good for small oysters, big oysters, don't really matter. This knife is made, actually both of these knives are made by Dale German up in Baltimore, and if you would like a knife, just let me know. Send me an email at oysterninjapc@gmail.com. He makes majority of the stabbers these days. So yeah, that's the knives. Both of them shuck great, and I'm gonna start doing more knife reviews. Let me bring this up so I can talk to you. Oh, sorry about the shell hands. So yeah, that's not good. There we go. So I'm gonna start doing more oyster knife reviews. If you have an oyster knife and you want me to try it out, just let me know. Just let me know, and I'll try it out. I'll do a video on it, everything. Next up though is the banjo. Let me show you. The banjo oyster knife. So if you want to check this one out, tune in for my next video. Thank you. Have a good night or a good day. Go follow us on Instagram, Oyster Ninja PC. Or if you want to see all oysters, s.shucking. Holler at you. Thank you.